Yo, it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. And I want to say happy Halloween to all the ghouls and goblins. Man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, if you celebrate Halloween, you know, good for you. Like, if you got kids and shit, you doing your thing for Halloween and all that shit. I mean, all that shit is cool. I don't got no problem with Halloween. But what I do have a problem with is these motherfuckers out there acting like Halloween is a good excuse to compromise your fucking manhood and masculinity. These motherfuckers out here wearing dresses. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fall for that shit, man. Don't fall for that shit. There is no fucking reason to compromise your masculinity. There's no reason to put on a fucking dress. None whatsoever. You understand me? I mean, if you're an entertainer and you feel like that's what you want to do, hey, it's what it is. Like, cause a nigga like Tyler Perry, like, he did that shit and fucking, you know, blew the fuck up. And, you know, I give props to his hustle and his grind, but I still don't appreciate, you know, the compromise of masculinity. I don't appreciate it, bro, because, you know, masculinity is necessary like how gravity is necessary. Masculinity is necessary like how the fucking sun needs to come up. You understand? Masculinity is what gives this world order. You understand what I'm saying? Masculinity is what creates the catalyst for everything else. Masculinity is what impregnates the feminine and then allows new life to spring forward. You see what I'm saying? So we have to preserve that shit. We have to take it fucking seriously. You know, and another, to go even deeper, I don't appreciate all the fucking, like, this whole definition of a new masculinity. Every fucking example is a black dude or a brown dude in a fucking dress or something that looks like a dress. Like that, I don't know if it was GQ or Vanity Fair or whichever one of them fucking gay ass magazines got Pharrell, you know, taking a dive and sucking corporate dick for whatever point he's trying to prove. And I fucks with Pharrell. Pharrell is a fucking musical genius. I supported his music from day one, since when he was fucking with Khalees and all of that type of shit and making beats for Mace and Nori and them. You feel me? So I'm not hating on the brother. And I understand, you know, that there's a section of people in this world who need that type of support when it comes to, you know, not being able to handle the responsibilities that come with masculinity. So they make up all these different fucking letters and genders and genres and fucking possibilities and shit so they can feel better about their position in this life. But what I'm saying is, why does the definition of new masculinity have to be a black dude? You understand? Because back in the day when they was promoting original masculinity, it was always a white dude, right? It was always James Dean or fucking John Wayne or, you know, Elvis Presley. You feel me? Like, these masculine dudes, when it was real masculinity, it was always a white dude. Now they're trying to quote unquote redefine masculinity, and every example is a black dude, is a fucking, you know, dainty, petite black dude. You see what I'm saying? Every fucking, like, that dude, I don't even remember. I think his last name is Porter. I don't remember his first name. But they giving him, the gay dude at the Oscars, they giving him all his props for wearing a fucking half tuxedo, half dress, and acting like, you know, oh, it's a new expression of masculinity. And then they put Pharrell in that fucking cupcake pumpkin long ass, I don't know what the fuck that shit was, some type of bubble coat dress thing, talking about new masculinity. And then this morning I'm in the gym watching fucking I wasn't even watching, but I'm you know, I'm on the treadmill looking up at the screens and shit, and that nigga from the Indian nigga from Harold and Kumar, he's wearing a fucking dress for Halloween. He's wearing one dress. I guess he was trying to look like Belle from, you know, Disney's Beauty and the Beast and shit, right? And Ryan Seacrest and the other chick, I forgot her name, the little blonde chick, they're dressed up like hip hop street dancers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Seacrest, he could be masculine. He's dressed like a, you know, like a hip hop dude. You can tell he's dressed like a hip hop dude, you know, because he had this like this big, you know, chain on and a backwards hat and the sneakers and shit. And she was just like a hip hop girl. You know what I'm saying? And then Harold Kumar from Harold and Kumar is dressed like a bitch. Is dressed like a fucking female. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it wasn't even like he was going all out, right? Because, okay, if you're gonna do the full costume, nigga, get the wig, get the fucking makeup, get everything, right? Go all in if you're gonna do that shit. No, this nigga was there, no makeup on, still looked like Kumar from Harold and Kumar, right? With, just his, no makeup, no wig, no nothing, just his regular face and a fucking dress. Like, it's like they're trying to show you that it's okay. It's okay. Like, even if you don't want to, fully look like a woman, you can be a man wearing a dress and it's okay. No, it's not the fuck okay. It's not okay. You understand what I'm saying? And if I'm a fucking black man in America, and don't fucking ask me about no new masculinity. There's no such thing as new masculinity. Masculinity is original. Masculinity comes from the original man. From Africa. Yes, everybody comes from Africa. Every last one of you motherfuckers who subscribe to this racial shit or supremacy shit. No, nigga, you're from Africa just like I am. The original man is from Africa. You understand? That's why we got the biggest dicks. That's why we are the best at sports. That's why we're the most creative. That's why we fucking get bitches from all over the fucking world, because every bitch out there wants to fuck a black man, because they know it deep down in their subconscious that we are the original man. They know that shit, and there's no reason to compromise any of that shit. You feel me? No reason to compromise any of that shit. So Halloween or otherwise, I don't give a fuck what it is. There's no such thing as new masculinity, and there is no fucking reason to compromise masculinity. Masculinity must be respected and preserved and fucking held to a high standard. You understand what I'm saying? And if you dudes, a lot of you dudes out there complaining about bitches and not getting girls or whatever the fuck you complaining about, even if you just complaining about being successful at life, if you understood the importance of preserving order and masculinity and fucking strength and confidence in your character, you would be more successful with women, business, success, and otherwise. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to get to a point where you understand the value of order. You understand the value of putting things in perspective, setting your priorities, time management, and all of those other things. Which brings me to my next point. So lately I've been fucking with more and more bitches, right? And for a while I've been the type of nigga to be like, I'll fuck with a bitch here and there every once in a while, whatever, if it falls into my lap. But recently I've been going harder with this online dating shit. I've been cold approaching more often. I've been doing my thing a little bit more, like more often than usual. And what I found out is that, like, fucking with bitches actually helped me to increase my game, increase my focus when it comes to time management and getting shit done. You understand what I'm saying? Because lately I've been in the gym more, I've been getting more projects done, and I've been fucking with more bitches. And the whole time before, I've been telling myself, oh, well, I can't make time for that shit because I need to do this and I need to do that. But the truth is, fucking with more bitches kind of forced me to have better time management. It forced me to look at my 24-hour day and say, all right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna meet up with this bitch tonight for a certain amount of time. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like because I have a couple more things on my plate, it's forcing me to have more order, to have more, to have more structure. You understand what I'm saying? So, again, this goes out to all the niggas that's out there talking about, oh, well, I ain't gonna fuck with bitches because da-da-da-da, like I was doing. You understand? I've come to realize that it actually increased my productivity. It actually put me in a position where it's necessary for me to have better time management, because it's like, well, I want to fuck with the bitches and I need to get my work done and I need to be in the gym. You feel me? And then with that too, if y'all been following me, y'all know that I've been, on my intermittent fasting and keto diet. So I'm down because I'm so busy. and I only do one meal a day, it's like I'm not even missing anything. I don't even have time to worry about food or getting hungry or trying to have snacks and all that other dumb shit that I used to do, you know, back before I started losing weight. You see what I'm saying? So everything is working together. You see what I'm saying? I'm losing weight, I'm building confidence, I'm building my productivity, I'm building my time management, I'm fucking with more bitches. Everything is working together, and my masculinity is coming out more because there's more order, there's more structure in my life. You see what I'm saying? And then that brings me to my next point. My next point is this. When I'm at the gym, almost every time I go to the gym, I see at least one bitch that I would cold approach. And what I want to say about that is, I'm in the gym doing my reps, and that when I cold approach, that's another rep. That's another fucking rep. You see what I'm saying? That's a rep. That's another opportunity for me to practice my skills, practice my game, practice my mouthpiece. Right? I saw a joint in there today. Shorty had the fatty, like fatty, fat, terrible. Like, I was like, what the fuck? She walked in there and I was like, damn, I gotta get at this bitch. But she came in, she went on the treadmill. You know, I was scoping. I waited till she got on like one of the machines and shit. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I didn't really want to like interrupt my workout neither, because I was in the middle of some shit when she walked in. So I scoped her, waited till she got to a machine, rolled up on her, you know what I'm saying? Got the name, told her, I was like, yo, I saw you walk in, I thought you was beautiful, and you know, I want to no, and the thing with me is I don't give a bitch a chance to like to cop out and be like, oh well, I got a man. I ask them, that's like the first thing I ask them. After I ask them their name, you know, I either give them a compliment or I just be like, yo, do you have a man? Because with me, it's like I don't want to waste any time. You see what I'm saying? So I'll ask you up front if you got a man. And if you say you got a man, then that so be it. And I'm done. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, you got a man? All right, cool. You know, I was like, but just to let you know, I was going to get your number. I was going to take you out for a drink. I was going to see where it was at with you and me. And then she started smiling. She was, you know, she was blushing and all this type of shit. And I was like, but, you know, and I was like, and I gave her another chance too. I was like, yo, you sure you got a man? I was like, you're not just saying that because I'm sweaty, because, you know, we in the gym and I had just finished some shit, so I was actually sweaty. So I was like, you sure? And I was, you know, I was joking around with her. I was like, yo, you sure you're not just saying that because I'm sweaty, right? And she was like, no, I actually do have a man. And I was like, all right, cool. And she was smiling, and she, you know, you could tell it was a good interaction. She felt good. You know what I'm saying? And so what I want to say about that is, don't be afraid to cold approach in any given situation, because every time you do it, it's another rep. It's another opportunity for you to strengthen your shit, to sharpen your skills as a man, to sharpen your skills to be sociable, to sharpen your skills to spit at these broads. You understand what I'm saying? And just, you know, like I said, masculinity is important, man, because it's about order, it's about management. It's about just you getting what you want out of this life before it's over, bro. That's what it's about. You see what I'm saying? Masculinity is important. It has to be respected. It has to be preserved. It has to be practiced, right? We have to practice it. And a lot of y'all cats don't even get it, that cold approaching is a part of masculinity, because cold approaching is an example of you going after what you want regardless. Because I'm in the gym, I'm sure it's people seeing me walk up to these girls and because I'll be honest with you, I started going to this gym. It's a Planet Fitness, and I use it to supplement my other fitness joint that I do, because I'm a member of this other gym too, but I started doing this to supplement. So I've just been going there for like maybe 3 weeks, and I've hollered at, I think I've hollered at 4 broads since I started going to this gym, and I struck out all 4 times. But that's not gonna stop me, right? Because again, it's an example of masculinity. It's an example of you going out there and exercising your manhood to make an attempt to get what you want, regardless of what's happening, regardless of how many times. Because I could easily just be like, oh, the bitches in this gym is corny, and I ain't gonna holler at no more. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about you asserting yourself, about you asserting your manhood, about you making an attempt to get what you want, regardless of who's watching you, regardless of how many bitches say no, regardless of whether you in the gym or in the street or whatever it is, regardless of whatever it is, you're a man. You have to go out there and get what you want. You understand what I'm saying? You have to look at it like, you know, like you're the hunter. You have to go out there. Your prey is out there. You have to go hunt. And there's gonna be times where you know, if you look back in the day, niggas got spears and shit, and they throwing it to try to kill the hog. It's gonna be times when you throw the spear and the spear misses. You understand? But you gotta eat, and you gotta bring back food for the family. So you gotta stay out there until your spear catches one of them fucking hogs. You understand? You just gotta do what you gotta do, and you can't fucking make excuses. You know what I'm saying? Halloween is not an excuse. Bitches saying no is not an excuse. Feeling uncomfortable or discouraged is not an excuse. It's not an excuse. You gotta continue to go out there and get what the fuck you want. You understand what I'm saying? So, as always, it's your boy Miles Cunningham. Stay grateful, man. Just stay grateful. Keep going out there and getting what you gotta get. And the truth is inside you. Peace.